Before I begin with my WWE NXT review for June 26, 2019, and giving you guys my thoughts on Io Shirai finally snapping after losing to Shayna Baszler inside the steel cage and not capturing the NXT Women's Championship, and in the process attacking Candice LeRae, and give you guys my thoughts on the first match of the NXT Breakout Tournament, let's talk about the big news that happened earlier today involving July 13th. And a lot to do with Fight for the Fallen, but not the event itself. So in case you guys don't know, WWE announced on their website that they will be streaming Evolve 10th Anniversary Celebration Show. This literally came out, first reported by The Wrap. WWE announced that Evolve's Wrestling 10th Anniversary Celebration will stream live around the world on the WWE Network on Saturday, July 13th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific, from the 23 Arena in Philadelphia, PA. Evolve's 10th Anniversary Celebration will feature the return of Evolve alumni as Adam Cole will defend the NXT Championship against WWE Superstar Akira Tozawa. WWE Cruiserweight Champion Drew Gulak will face NXT Superstar Matt Riddle. In addition, Evolve's 10th Anniversary Celebration will feature NXT Superstars Arturo Ruas, Babatunde, Evolve Champion Austin Theory, Evolve Tag Team Champions Joe Gacy and Eddie Kingston, WWE Champion JD Drake, and many more. Additional matches will be announced in the near future. Now, what's crazy is that this show is going head-to-head with AEW's Fight for the Fallen. Now, normally this wouldn't be a big deal, but the fact that this is going to be streamed on the WWE Network, and it's an Evolve show, of all things, it's a fucking Evolve show. But you guys got to remember, NXT has some sort of working relationship with Evolve. And I did say a long time ago, if WWE was going to respond to AEW, it's not going to be with the main roster. It's not going to be with Raw or SmackDown or any major, name like a Roman Reigns or a Seth Rollins. I'm pretty sure he would love to, though. Have you seen what he's been tweeting on Twitter these past couple of days? Or the list goes on. They're going to use NXT and the resources from NXT to respond to AEW. Hence why they're bringing some, names from NXT to this event, like Adam Cole, like the likes of Babatunde, even though I don't know who he is, but whatever, and Matt Riddle, and so on and so forth. Drew Gulak as well, Akira Tozawa. Names that are not really big, but I guess for the hardcore wrestling fan, and I guess guys who are one time in Evolve, it's a big deal. So this is their response to Fight for the Fallen, which is an AEW event that's happening on the same day. And it got people buzzing, what's going to happen? What show are they going to choose? Now, me personally, I don't like to choose, to be honest with you guys. I will likely watch both shows, most likely at the same time. I'm going to find a way to do it. Or if not, I'll watch probably Fight for the Fallen, and then I'll watch this show. I will do 2 reviews, though, on this day, whenever the fuck these shows drop, or I'll just do one giant review. But I think what this does more importantly, it gives fans the opportunity to make a decision. What the fuck do you want to watch on July 13th? Do you want to watch the 10th Anniversary Celebration of Evolve, or do you want to watch AEW's Fight for the Fallen? Competition is great, so let's see what happens when both shows go head-to-head on that Saturday. Now getting that out of the way, I want to let you guys know once again that this Friday, June 28th, a day after my birthday, so I'll be 29 when this happens, episode 300 of the Team Hill podcast goes live at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central Time, and I'm not sure what time is going to be when if you live in the UK or if you live in Europe, but you kind of get the gist. Episode 300, my oh my, how far we've come with the Team Hill podcast, and it's going to be live. Who knows who'll show up? but it's going to be a fun time. The fact that it's at 300 episodes is a milestone in itself. And here to 300 more. I cannot wait for Friday, guys. Friday, episode 300 of the Team Heel podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all tune in. It's been a while since I've actually done an NXT review here on the YouTube channel, so I decided to do one today. Because why the fuck not? Also the fact that, you know what? The new studio, new things that we're doing here. So why the fuck now? Let's talk about NXT, shall we? NXT, June 26, 2019, officially in the books. We have finally the beginnings, the opening match, if you will, of the NXT Breakout Tournament. We also had the main event of Io Shirai versus Shayna Baszler inside of a steel cage for the NXT Women's Championship, and that ending, Io Shirai fucking snapped. Oh my god, who saw that one coming? But nonetheless, guys, thank you all for tuning in back into the channel. As always, it is me, it is Steve. And if you're new to the channel, like I said, do all that fun stuff. Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Also, while you're at it, give this video a big old thumbs up, because why the fuck would you not? I'm just saying, why the fuck would you not? It is summer here, finally. Summer's fucking here. It's hot as all hell. Got a fan on. About to get an AC in the upcoming weeks. So, I'm cooking up right now, but hey, you know what? I will survive. I will fucking survive. Guys, give me your thoughts in the comment threads below. Your thoughts on NXT tonight. Did you enjoy the show? What do you think of the opening match of the NXT Breakout Tournament? Your thoughts on the main event and all that fun stuff. And again, I welcome your feedback. If it's not in the comment threads and not on Twitter at HeelSteven. So the show kicked off with the first match of the NXT Breakout Tournament. You had, basically, when you think about it, you basically had DJZ. I know him as DJZ, because fuck it, that's how I know him as. And Garza Jr. But here, they're being known as Joaquin Wilde, as being formerly known as DJZ, versus Angel Garza, formerly known as Garza Jr. in Impact Wrestling. The two former Impact guys going at it, kicking off this tournament. Basically, it's an 8-man tournament. The winner of this tournament is going to get a future championship match of their choosing in NXT. So basically, if you've watched Ring of Honor, it's basically the equivalent of the Top Prospect tournament. Now, I'll say this, and I watched the first match, and it was great. I did enjoy it for what it was. I'll say this, though, and this is my honest opinion, take it for what it's worth, but again, guys, I welcome your feedback as always. What I would have done, and this is just me, because WWE every single summer loves to do their tournament on the network, right? Make a network special. 2016, they gave you guys the Cruiserweight Classic. Remember that? 2017, 2018, they gave you the Mae Young Classic, not once, but twice. Granted, the Mae Young Classic, for the second time, it was really in the summer, but you kind of get the idea, all right? They gave you it anyway. I feel like, hey, WWE is signing a lot of these names, right, to NXT, right? A lot of these guys that were big on the independent scene at one time. Why not? This is just me, of course. Why not make this a network special following NXT? You could have called it the Breakout Tournament or something like that, right? And again, make it a network special. That's what I would have done. Again, instead of 8 guys, make, 32 guys or 16 guys. And again, at the same time, there's not that much big names. But hey, you have big names here in this tournament. You have the likes of Shane Strickland, who I know has a different name now. You have the likes of a Samuel Shaw. I already said DJZ. You also have the likes of freaking, I'm having a brain fart right now, ACH, and so on and so forth, okay? That's what I would have done. Network special, besides that, outside of the NXT weekly programming, but that's just me. It is what it is. But this match, though, for what it was, I did enjoy. I'm not big on the name of Joaquin Wilde for DJZ. I just think it's a stupid name. It's kind of like, whatever. Even though I do enjoy that at the beginning of every match, they give you like a small little introduction of both guys. So for Joaquin Wilde, it talks about how, in 2017, he had, he almost died. and how he's now here. He's in NXT. He wants to win this tournament. Same thing for Hector Garza. You know, Hector Garza, or Angel Garza, I'm sorry, Angel Garza, you know, third generation superstar. They said on commentary he's a cousin of Humberto Carrillo. I'm sorry. And the match, for what it was, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a fun match. The crowd was really into this one. They were just chanting, "Holy shit!" Angel Garza does a fucking super Spanish fly off the top turnbuckle for a near fall, and then wins it with a butterfly stunner. But nonetheless, this was a very, very fun match. And again, this is what we're gonna get from this tournament. I'm looking forward to seeing the other matches. I really, really am. So there's that, if you will, with that opening match of the tournament. But after this, we get the Street Profits, who were, I guess, celebrating their win. They were scheduled to have a match with the Forgotten Sons. And it talk about how, you know what, they're in a giving mood. These guys are in a giving fucking mood. Oh boy. Holy shit. And that is, you know what, let's give them a tag team title match. It wasn't really made official, but they had the match anyway. It was fine for what it was. And it ended up in a disqualification after Riker decided to pull one of them out of the ring, one of the members of the Street Profits out of the ring, and there was a brawl. Out came Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan to get involved as well, and then just stare off too. So I'll say this: the tag team division NXT is really, really getting interesting. A lot of teams trying to go at it against the Street Profits, and they want those tag team titles. So let's see where they go in the upcoming weeks. We also had a video package talking about the arrival of Kushida on NXT, talking about how it's interesting because he can go anywhere, whether it's NXT, whether it's Raw, whether it's SmackDown, hell, even 205 Live. And he's interesting to know who can he face, what he wants to do, all that stuff in NXT. How NXT has the best talent in the world. And all that fun stuff. And I get it, you know, again, you know, all this was done in Japanese. He did speak English in parts. And I'll say this, and I said it before and I'll say it again. Someone like Kushida, I think, will thrive a lot in NXT. I say somewhere down the road, he could be the NXT champion. But to talk about the main roster, no. What they have done with a lot of the NXT guys on the main roster, and that track record does not lie itself. I can only imagine how the fuck are they gonna fuck over? How are they gonna ruin Kushida on the main roster? I can only imagine it. So let's not think about that anytime fucking soon. Okay? Let's not. I'm just saying let's not, alright? Let's take it down. Enjoy these NXT. He's had some good matches with Cassius Ohno, Drew Gulak. The list goes on as well. I know he had a match with Kona Reeves. And I said before, you know, look at the guys that's currently there in NXT. You know, you can do definitely a Kushida versus Johnny Gargano match down the road. Kushida versus Matt Riddle. Kushida Adam Cole. Kushida Kyle O'Reilly. A rematch from the best of the Super Juniors from many years ago. Kushida Roddy as well. Kushida versus ACH, or Kushida versus Trevor Lee. I'm sorry, Cameron Reeves, I believe his name is now. Apparently he's facing freaking Shane Strickland next week. Again, I know they have new names. Okay, I'm fully aware of that. But I'm still accustomed to calling them by their old name because, again, it is what it is. So let's see what happens with Kushida and NXT. We get Keith Lee in action versus a local talent that I've seen a lot at WrestlePro here in my area, Nikos Ricos from Athens, Greece. And again, you know, seeing him wrestle WrestlePro was cool. The fact that he got a moment here at NXT was awesome. Again, seeing a local enhancement talent is on NXT is cool, all the fuck you want. But when they come from your neck of the woods, it's awesome because they've come so far. You know, and again, they work hard, they thrive, and, you know, they get this opportunity. Good for them. It was a squash match. Keith Lee beat the fuck out of Nico Ricos. And there was that. Nico didn't stand a chance. And again, good for him. The fact that he appeared on NXT television, I'm just happy for the guy. Happy for Russell Pro and all that fun stuff. Adam Cole is embarking on the Bay Championship Celebration Tour. So they showed him at the Download Festival in the UK. He defended the NXT Championship, I want to say, against Dave Mastiff. And they had a match. Apparently he retained his title. And again, the thing is, he's going on this world tour, right, as NXT champion. And he's on the phone with RONI. And his car stops at Johnny Gargano's father's pizzeria in Cleveland. So again, they are adding more fuel to the feud. The Gargano-Adam Cole feud is still going to go on going forward. I want to say going into TakeOver Toronto SummerSlam weekend. So you got to believe, hey, they're going to add more fuel to this. Hey, Adam Cole's going to Johnny Gargano's, family business, his father's business, making it more personal. So let's see what happens here with that next week. We also learned that next week is going to be Tyler Breeze versus Roderick Strong. Oh boy. Also, you're going to get Cameron Reeves, formerly known as Trevor Lee, versus Shane Strickland. So that should be a fun match too. I know, again, that's not his name anymore, but I can't help it. It is what it is. We then get the main event. Oh, by the way, before we got that, we had a video backstage with Damian Priest, formerly known as Punishment Martinez, on his debut match from last week. How he literally dismantled Raul Mendoza. What else is new? And something about him is just his aura to him, which I'm intrigued by. So let's see where they go with this. Let's see what happens with him at NXT. But nonetheless, I am happy that he's finally getting the platform. So good on him for that. We then get the main event. Io Shirai versus Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship inside the steel cage. Shayna Baszler had on MMA gloves. The match, for what it was pretty fun for what it was. I mean, I'm not saying, oh my god, they were crazy, but the fact that it's the first NXT women's match inside the steel cage, cool to see. Awesome. I'll say that right now. Just a crazy, again, match back and forth. They're doing this whole thing of Io Shirai trying to escape the cage, but you had the members of the Four Horsewomen of MMA, Jasmine Duke and Marina Shafir, getting involved, trying to prevent Io Shirai from escaping the cage. They locked the door. They tried to get her while Io Shirai was climbing on top of the cage. Candice LeRae makes the save, or tries to make the save. She climbs up and does a dive from the top of the cage onto, I want to say, Jasmine Duke, who's in the middle of the ring. At the same time, you have Shayna, and you have Io Shirai. There's a moonsault from top of the cage onto Shayna Baszler. And it's a back and forth race, crawling on who's going to get to the door, who's going to get the win. You have, at the end of it, Io Shirai about to get out of the ring. Right? She literally just steps away of becoming the new champion. And then Shayna Baszler locks in the Kurofuda clutch, or the rear naked choke. And she's choking Io Shirai. She's choking her out. And then Io Shirai proceeds to hit her with the cage door, right? And all of this leads to Shayna letting go. And by letting go, she's knocked out, right? Because, again, she get hit by the fucking door on her head. And she proceeds to fall out of the ring, land on the floor. She just lands there. And by doing that, she wins. And Io Shirai is in shock. The crowd's in shock, too. They can't believe it. I thought it was very well done, to be honest with you, because of what happened after the match, right? So Shayna retains. Shayna cannot believe it, right? She's smiling and all that fun stuff. And then you see Candice LeRae trying to, console Io Shirai for what happened. And out of nowhere, Io Shirai attacks Candice LeRae. And then she has this look on her face like she can't believe what she just did. She's in shock. She goes to leave the ring, then grabs the chair, gets back in, and starts just attacking Candice LeRae. Starts talking in Japanese. We don't know what the fuck she's saying. We have no clue. I don't speak Japan. I don't speak Japanese. I'm sorry. Okay? So I have no fucking clue what she's saying. But she keeps just beating her and beating her with the steel chair until she goes and does a suplex onto the chair, like a brain buster almost. And people are just in shock. They're booing Io Shirai. After moments ago, they were cheering her. And then she's leaving and she's talking in Japanese, saying she doesn't need no friends and all that stuff. But she's talking in Japanese, saying that it doesn't bother what they're saying about her, almost. And that's how they close the show, with Candice in the ring. And I guess now what this does is you have a Io Shirai and Candice LeRae program. Now with that, where do you go? Where do you go with Shayna Baszler? Do you add both women into the mix? We have to wait and see. Also next week, it looks like we're getting Aaliyah versus, I want to say, Mia Yim going at it as well. So there's that. But nonetheless, with NXT tonight, I am, again, overall, I thought it was a very, very good show. I did enjoy the cage match for what it was, and especially at the aftermath of Io Shirai turning heel. I am enjoying thus far, even though it's just the first match in, of the NXT Breakout Tournament. I look forward to seeing the other matches. But again, I just feel like, honestly, it could have been, in my honest opinion, a network special in itself, with adding more guys to that tournament. But that's just me, guys. Guys, give me your thoughts as always in the comments below this video. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Again, guys, this Friday is episode 300 of the Team Heel podcast. June 28th, 2019, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, live here on this channel. We're going live. 300 episodes in, guys. A big milestone. How far we've come. It's going to be huge. Awesome. I cannot fucking wait. As a podcaster, myself, this is awesome. 300 episodes. Thanks to all of you for making it happen. You guys are fucking awesome as always. But like I said before, guys, follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. Give me your thoughts on what happened with NXT tonight. Did you enjoy the show or not? Also, guys, give me your thoughts on the whole news regarding Evolve 10th anniversary celebration going head-to-head with AEW's Fight for the Fallen. Keep this in mind, the Evolve show will be streaming live on the WWE Network. So this is, I guess, WWE's way of responding to AEW and all that stuff. What are you doing that day? All that fun stuff. And again, I welcome your feedback, guys. I really, really do. And as always, guys, hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, y'all, I'm Steve, and I am out. I'm about to turn 29 in literally an hour from now. Holy shit, I'm about to be 30 next year. Let that fucking marinate, dorks. Let that shit fucking marinate.